Hey guys. So it is another cook and talk with me. Today we are going to be making a simple ogbono soup. Okay, it's nothing serious. So that is our meat. We have chicken gizzard, we have goat shaki, and I think this is chicken liver. Correct me, I can't remember what it was when I bought it. Anyway, that is all I have. At the moment, I'm just in the mood for all this kind of meat. So I'm going to cut. I'm just going to do it chunky cut. Okay. It will get to a point where I'm going to take out these onions. So I'm going to put it inside here. Okay. And before the lady that always asks, did you wash your meat, asked, yes, it is washed before all this. I have gotten it ready, I have cleaned it, and I have put it standby before all this video started. So yes, not that I owe you any explanation, but yes, let me answer that question in person. Okay, so I have put in all that in here. I am going to season with nutmeg. I have this chicken seasoning. I don't know, I like the smell of nutmeg, so I'm going to put that nutmeg in here. I'm going to put some chicken seasonings. I'm going to put 2 Maggi. And I'm going to put salt. Okay. I'm going to cover it. Put it on. So I'm gonna put that on top of here, let it start cooking. So guys, our meat is cooking now, and I'm waiting for that to get done because we can't do anything until the meat is get done. As you all know, like I said in my other vlog, we are all home because my son, somebody got COVID in his class and they asked him to stay at home and get tested. So we went up there and everybody in my house got tested. So the result is back. We don't have COVID. So I am so happy. But then we need to do a second test. Okay. Although this first one came back okay, we still need to do a second test on Sunday. So we are all at home. In case if you hear them making noise, we are all here. So yes, I'm happy that the first result came back okay. So very happy, but I am still anxiously waiting until we do the second test because my son is a close contact to the person that got COVID. Anyway, while that meat is boiling, we are going to blend our ogbono. This is ogbono here. I have that is sparking up. It's bubbling now. Okay. It's pouring out. So yeah, and I have my crayfish here to also blend. So I bought a coffee grinder. You all know that I bought my Ninja Bullet and it has been so good. Like this, my new Ninja Bullet blender, the best blender. Blend anything for you, blend any. But when it comes to ogbono seed, like you blend egusi seed is softer. This seed is very hard. So when it comes to this seed, it doesn't blend it very well. Like it doesn't crunch the seed very well. So I ordered a coffee grinder. So I'm gonna see if I'm gonna blend it now and see if the coffee grinder does a good job. Like this is actually the first time I'm unboxing this coffee grinder. That's the way it looks. Now our meat is sizzling over there. It is sizzling. Oh yes, it is boiling up very well now. Okay. Ooh, okay, that's the way it works. Okay. I'll rinse that. Let me go and rinse it. I'll rinse that, give that a wash. I'm coming. So I have washed and cleaned that. Let me add the ogbono in here. Okay, I'll add a little bit and see how that goes first. All right, I'll plug it and let's give it a good go. Yeah. Oh my days, guys, where have I been? Where have I been? The coffee grinder. If you're a Nigerian person and you're looking for the perfect stuff for your ogbono, the coffee grinder is a thing for you. Go out and get yourself one. I'm not kidding. Go and get yourself one. Look at it. It is so smooth. Look at it. Like, look at it. Super smooth. So go get yourself a coffee grinder if you're a Nigerian person. It's the best for ogbono. So guys, I'm going to take out these onions out of the meat. Yeah, now that is done. I'm gonna add a little more water to this. Now let the water boil up. I'm going to take out some meat and then I'll start adding my ingredients to cook the ogbono. So guys, I am going to take out some of the meat from the pot, okay? Because it is a lot of meat in here. I'm not gonna use all of them for one soup. That will be too much. Ooh. All right. I think that is enough for now. And I'm going to add my ogbono in there, okay? So that is the ogbono. I'm going to stir it up very well. I'm just gonna leave it to boil up for like 10 to 15 minutes, okay? So while that is boiling away, let's have a chat. So I am going to be talking to you guys about comments. Like, you guys, some of you guys, not all of you, like majority of my subscribers are good people, but then once in a while you get the ridiculous ones. You're like, what the nonsense is going on here? You know, some people don't know that we YouTubers are also human beings. I know, like, you guys are, oh, don't listen to them, don't let them get to you, yada 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 yada. But guys, we are human beings as well. We are people. We are people with mind and heart. We are people. Like, some comments can be so ridiculous sometimes that you wonder what is wrong with in your head. Like, can't you use your number 6? You know, the recent comment I got from this particular vlog is from one lady questioning me about not cleaning my meat. Oh, you don't wash your meat. Oh, you don't wash your meat. Did you wash your meat? I have seen you cook a couple of times. You don't wash your meat. Like, do you know what I do before I put on this camera? Do you know what I did before I put on this camera? Do you think I'm that stupid and dirty that I'm going to feed my family dirty food? Like, some people don't use their number 6 when they decide to open their mouth to talk. Like, because you see me on YouTube here does not mean I'm a stupid person. Because you see me doing YouTube does not mean I'm not educated, that I didn't go to school. Boo boo, I went to school, got diploma, degree, honors degree. I studied for freaking 5 years. I'm doing YouTube does not mean that I don't have it up here, or does not mean that I'm not well educated. It doesn't make sense. And sometimes the way I choose to speak my English, people think that, oh, she is so local. No, I grew up in Nigeria and I love my English. English does not make you educated. The way you speak your English does not mean you're educated, okay? You see, some people speak well, but they cannot read and write. So speaking English does not make somebody educated. Okay, The most important one that I want to talk about is parenting. I watched a vlog yesterday that actually triggers the anger in me, like, because I have received this kind of comment here in this my vlogging channel, parenting. Okay, I watched DM Vlog Live TV. If you haven't watched her, she's such a lovely Nigerian lady. I'll leave her YouTube name. It was a morning. She woke up so early and she wanted to blend onions. She was cooking, so she took her blender out in the garage to blend it. But then before she blended, she remembers there is a stupid people here on YouTube. She said, yeah, let me address this before you people start talking to me about it. Now some of you will come and tell me, why do you have to take your blender out to go blend it in your garage? You know, she has a teenage girl. Oh, you're supposed to wake your girls up to help you cook. You know, she said let her address it, because she knows that comment is coming. One or two stupid people will leave that comment behind just because she chose to go blend that thing in her garage, so she will not make noise to wake up her children. Does not mean she's not a good parent. She does not mean she does not discipline her children. It does not mean that her children does not do chores around the house. Okay, let me get to myself. There was a video I did before, way before. I was talking about my last child, how I help him do stuff, how my other kids tell me not to help him do stuff. My other kids, when they were that age, yeah, that is how me help them to do stuff. This is me as a parent. This is how I saw my mother as a parent. She was a doer. She, like, instead of her telling you to go do, she go and do it because she doesn't want to have headache of her telling you to go do. And she enjoyed doing it. My mom was literally a doer. Let me turn this thing while we talk. My mom was a doer. She loved to do. She loved to cook. She loved to clean. She loved to do stuff around the house. This is me, exactly me. This is exactly me. I do loads of stuff for my children. I love to do it. I enjoy doing it. I am not complaining to you that I'm doing it. I enjoy doing it. I love the life of a mom. I choose to be a mom. I love being a mom. Being a mom does not stop you from being any other thing, but I enjoy being a mom. I'm gonna put a little bit of hot water to boil here because I want to add hot water in this ogbono. It's very thick. I don't like my ogbono too thick. It is too super thick. So I'm gonna add, but you don't add cold water in ogbono. If you add cold water in ogbono, it will mess it up. So you don't add cold, or you add hot water. So I'm gonna let that boil there, and then I'll add it. I'm gonna reduce the ogbono light to number 5, okay? So we're still gonna allow ogbono to cook because you want your ogbono to cook very well, okay? It's on number 5. I'm waiting for that hot water to boil so I can add it in there. So what was I saying? So the lady, because I was in that vlog, I was explaining how my last child, remember, and I was explaining how I help him around the house. And this person came and left comment, I have lose respect for you. I thought you're this, I thought you're that. Some people are ridiculous. I have lose respect for you because you're doing this to your child. Oh my days. You know what? I actually block her because, oh my days, what kind of a mindset do you have? Like, if you have watched my vlog, and if you have got to know me as a woman, as a mom, you will know that I'm a doer. Anybody around me, anybody that knows me will tell you so. I love cleaning. I love tidying up. I love doing stuff around. I love helping my kids. Like, I'm going to be giving out, oh, you know, and then I'll go and sit down and help them tidy up. That is me. That is me. Okay? And that does not mean they do not tidy up. They tidy up their room. They arrange their stuff. They're well-behaved kids. They're tidying up by themselves. But for the fact I do it for them, for the fact I help them do it, for the fact I do loads of stuff in my house, does not mean that I'm not a good parent. We all need to learn how to respect each other's space, okay? You do your own parenting. Let me do my own parenting. I have sworn to myself that I don't want to be that parent that just sit their ass down and boss their kids around. I don't want to be that. I don't want my kids to feel like they are slave in their house, because majority of African Nigerian parents, this is the thing we do. We just sit down and maybe there's a phone here. This phone is here. There's the phone beside you. Instead of you to grab the phone, you call your child that is 50 miles away from you to come and give you this particular phone beside you. I have sworn that I'm not going to be them parent, okay? And I'm not judging them parent. If that is how you want to parent, it's nobody's business. Do you? But my own side of parenting is showing my kids abundance love. I want them to feel comfortable in their own house. I want us to play, laugh, but there is time for discipline. If any of them do something that demands discipline, yeah, there is time for that at the same time. But it's not all the time you're bugging the kids. Oh, this. No. There is time for discipline. There is also time to let them breathe. I do most of my thing in my house by myself just because I like it. That is the way I choose to parent. That is the way I love to parent. I'm not saying that your own style of parenting is wrong, but just leave my own alone, okay? My own is my own. Leave it alone. I have gotten a few of that comment here. You're doing a lot. I know. I'm not complaining. I like it. That is the funny side of it. Have you ever stopped to ask me, do you like it? Okay? I like it. I'm not complaining. I like to do I like to serve them, give them their food, and then they'll take their plate out, clean up the table, tidy up. At the moment, I just want them to be kids. Period. Like, I don't want them to do any other thing in my house than to be kids. Respect me, listen to me when I talk, behave, be a good child. That is all I ask them to be at this point. That is all I want them to be at this point. I don't want them to be any other thing but well-behaved children, listening to their parents, doing what they are told to do, and that is all. That is all. That is all I want. That is all I ask. I don't want them to do nothing else for me apart from those things that I just said. Parent the way you choose to parent. We need to learn how to respect each other's lifestyle, space. Give each other space. Take your nose off things that doesn't concern you. Yes, for the fact I am on YouTube does not mean that you have the right to tell me how to live my life. My life is still my life. Yeah. If there's anything wrong that requires correction, I'm somebody that listens to correction. But I hate when people make other people look stupid and look like you're lesser than them. You don't know half of my life. You don't know what I have achieved in this life. You don't know where I have been in this life. But you find it in your mind to boss me around just because I am on YouTube. Anyway, guys, let me add hot water inside my ogbono. So I'm gonna add the hot water, okay? Because this is super thick. It is so thick. All right, I think that will be it. If it needs more hot water, I will add it, but I think that will be it. All right, it is, yeah, it is a nice consistency. Now I'm gonna add my palm oil because that has been boiling for more than 10 to 15 minutes now. Okay, now we're gonna let this palm oil boil for another 10 to 15 minutes as well. I'll add my crayfish now and my dry chili. Okay, then I'm gonna add my Nigerian dry chili in there. I'm gonna add 1 scoop of it. I want the ogbono to be a bit spicy. Ooh, that is looking good already. It's looking good already. Okay, I am going to halfway cover it and let it simmer for 10 to 15 minutes. So guys, this has been cooking for like 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna add a bit of a salt. I'm gonna mix everything together. Now I'm gonna give that 5 minutes. Okay, so now guys, I am going to add a little bit of ugu vegetable. If you don't have ugu vegetable, use spinach. I'm going to add that. After this, now all it has to take is just a few minutes, and I'll take this off from the stove because it is ready now. So guys, it is ready. Look at it. It is time to take it off from the stove now. It smells so good and it looks so divine. I'm not joking. It looks absolutely so tasty. So guys, we are done with our cooking. My pot of ogbono is chilling. And ogbono doesn't take time to cook. It's one of the easiest soup to cook. Once your meat or your protein is ready, add your ogbono. It doesn't take time. What am I saying? We need to respect each other's parenting style. My way of parenting might not be your way of parenting, but that does not mean that both of us are wrong. You know what works for you in your house. You know what works for you with your kids. You know what works for you at home. I know what works for me in my house. I know what has been working for me for years. I'm that kind of person that doesn't like to talk too much. I just like to get it done, and I don't like to stress myself about it. You know what works for you. If you're somebody that likes talking to your kids, I'm not that person. I sit down and we have a conversation. We have, easy talk. Listen to me. What is going on? Da 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 da. And at this point in time, all I want my kids to be in this house is to listen, behave. I don't want to pile up loads of chore for them at this point in this house. It might change in the future, but at this point in this house, they have their chore that they do here and there. They have their personal stuff that they do, tidy up their room, take up the dirty clothes from their room, make your bed, make sure it looks neat and nice. Once you come back from school, empty your lunchbox, take it out of your bag. There's loads of stuff that they do, but when it comes to hardcore house chore, I like to leave that to myself. Yes, I like to leave that to myself. It is my way of parenting. It has been working for me for years. I like it. I'm not complaining. They do their own tidy, small stuff. I do the major stuff in this house. You have your style. I have my style. We are not wrong. We are just two people trying to get on with parenting job, trying to get on with our life. This whole parenting job thing did not come with any manual. Nobody gave us a piece of paper to read. So it's not like we are following anybody's guide in this parenting job. We're just doing our own thing in this parenting job. As long as what you're doing is good for you and your kids, good for you and your family, your kids are happy, they're well behaved, they're well looked after, that is all that matters. We're not supposed to be out here putting each other down, pointing at every tiny thing you see. Oh, this, that. Oh, you're such a bad mom. Oh, this. I will never allow my kids to do that. Speak for yourself. in your house, not in mine. Speak for yourself, baby girl. Do you, boo boo? Let me do me. Okay? Yeah, that is all I have to say in this video. Some comments can be literally so annoying sometimes, and as much as you try to ignore bad comments, sometimes you really have to give bad comment your opinions, because you know some of them will do come out here type, and then when you come back to challenge them in their typing, they will fucking disappear. Sorry for my bad language. They will freaking disappear. They will not come back to challenge you on that typing that they did. The only thing you guys have to bear in mind that we are all human beings. We are people. Yes, we are on YouTube, but believe me, we are human beings. We have feelings, we have heart, we have mind. Everything you say to us stays in our mind. Don't let it fool you. Don't let all this fool. No, every little thing you say to us stays. I know when somebody, like when I read good comment, I'm gonna remember that person for the rest of the day. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe she said that. And then when I also read back comment, I'm also gonna remember that person for the rest of the day. I'm like, what the nonsense? Who gave you the audacity? And then if I don't say something to you, I'm going to be eating myself up all day. I'm like, what the? How dare she? Anyway, guys, this is where this video is going to end. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all on my next one.